What it do? What it do? All right, then. Hey, what's up, Jay Hollywood? Keep grinding? Hell yeah. Grind don't stop. How are you doing today, homie? Oh, I don't have the money for that. Never mind. Psych. Oh, I forgot this game is loud as titties for no reason, but you guys can't hear it anyways. I'm turning that shit down. Come on, can I get a green, please? There we go. Just one, so I know where my shot is. Oh, Bradley, you're fucking too short for that. Damn it. What up, Momo? You're eating? Nice. What you eating? Foul, please? Oh, well, that works too. A Big Mac? Nice. You and your damn coupons. And one motherfuckers. What up, Big Willie? I figured I would have got fouled. Ooh, I love me some McDonald's fries. They're the best fries, man. Anna the banana. What up, what up? How are you doing? Besides being just a wee bit tired, I'm fantastic. Had Raisin Canes for the first time today, which was very pleasant. Got my back and neck cracked, and then went to the damn grocery store and walked around there for like an hour, and not an hour, but you know what I mean. Felt like an hour. Got everything all done, diddly done that I needed to get done, diddly done. So, besides being a little tired, I'm fantastic. Mm. Oh, noise. Noise, Momo. Very, very noise. I wish my dad was still kicking because he had this one recipe and it was like ground beef with like some sort of sauce in it and then like celery, onions, X, Y, and Z in it and seasoned with some sort of seasoning that I have no idea what it was. But I remember he would make that like once a week and that was so good. I shit you not, he called it gobbledygook. And like the name suggests, I gobbledygooked that shit down like it was fucking air. He also made the best burgers. I don't know what he did to them or what he added to them, but they were good as fuck. Like, I can make a pretty decent burger, but nothing like that. I need to check and see if I need to actually plug my controller back in. Nope, I don't. Yay! So let's plug this phone in. It's in the fucking low 40s. They have me in at small forward? What the fuck? What up, Brett? How you doing, homie? Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing alright. Perfect. I got an ad on Twitter. Let me guess, it's Brett. Called it. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate you, homie. Oh, shit. Something went down the wrong pipe in my throat. Oh. And one motherfucker put me on that line. Ooh, they're talking about shin splints. I know you guys can't hear the commentators, but somebody's out because of shin splints. That shit's not fun. Not fun, man. Not fun at all. What's up, Megan? How are you doing today, Megs? You winning? Currently, yes. We still got 5 minutes left in the game, but apparently the Kings suck ass this year, so in this game, so and we're on like a ridiculous winning streak. I think it's the most in NBA history or some shit like that. I'm doing alright. I got my back and neck cracked and went to the Walls of Worlds and had Raisin Cane's chicken earlier. So, all in all, good day. I'm just a little tired from running all over Dallas today. Oh, I could have just laid that shit in. Oh well. Trying to pad my assist stats. Yes, yes, purple and gold. Ooh, I also got beef jerky at the store today, and ooh, I love me some beef jerky. Momo, Momo, Momo.
How are you?
I am fantastic besides being a little tired.
That's great. I have to go do a hearing aid test tomorrow. Sorry, I think they like to make you go their misery when you turn 40.
Let me turn this down. I have no idea what you're even saying. Say what?
I said I have to go get a hearing test tomorrow. Ugh.
Oh, that
But
shit's easy. You just sit in a soundproof booth with headphones on and raise your hand on whichever side you hear the beep.
I know I've done a million of them when I was a kid, and every one of the testers they have better hearing than they do. So having it done at 40, like now, reminds me of being back in elementary school. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
had one done not too long ago. I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on with the ringing in my ears. It's always there. It never goes away, like literally never. And yeah.
Well, they want to check it because of the vertigo, because I had BPPV, which is short, basically positional vertigo. So I gotta be careful how I turn my head. Um, so they think it's all like tied in because it all has to do with the ears. So they want to check to make
Yeah.
sure my hearing is good. But the thing is, my hearing is excellent, and yeah, so it's more of a nuisance to me, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. They said I have permanent hearing loss, but I don't show signs of it because my hearing test I scored like the best score they've seen in a long time with people that have ringing in their ears.
No, I do sometimes like hear muffled a little bit sometimes, but that's only when I have like severe allergies. And what can I do about that, right?
Yeah.
It happens to everybody who has severe allergies. Your ears are connected to your throat and nose. In a way, all of that's connected. There's nothing I can
They
do about
wanted
it.
to do some crazy thing where they I forget what the fuck they wanted to do. I think they wanted to do like an MRI on my head or some shit. Whatever it is on your head to
Oh
see
wait,
what the fuck is causing my ears to ring, and I was like, they kept asking me like, "Are you in a band? Are you in a band?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm not." And I was like, "I just have over-the-ear headphones, and I play video games all the time." And they're like, "Is it a loud game or whatever?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's Call of Duty. I mean, there's gunshots going off all the time." I don't know.
is any of your family hard of hearing? That's a
Not that
nerd.
I know of.
That's what he always asks me about my vision. Does anybody in my family have bad eyes? No. No, they wear glasses, so nearsightedness, but it's not like mine, you know.
Yes, yes.
But mine's actually caused by an accident.
I wear Vibes earplugs when I go to concerts. I've only been to like 3 concerts though. That's the thing.
I haven't been to a concert in years.
Yeah, same. Well, the last concert I went to was about a year ago, maybe two. I think it was last year though. We went and saw Soja, and that's where I got or somebody attempted to pickpocket me and was taking pictures of me and Tyler.
Why? Someone
It
tried to
was
pickpocket
fucking
me.
creepy as fuck. We were just sitting in the back, or not sitting, we were standing in the back, and there was this couple all lovey-dovey all over each other, and the dude walked away at the same time Tyler was walking to go get us both beers. And he was like, "Yo, you want a beer?" And I mean, it was loud as shit. And I was like, "No, I already got one." And the dude thought that I was saying like I already got a girl or whatever, which I did. I was dating Jasper. I'm still dating Jasper. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, so that happened, and then he got all upset about it, got in my face a little bit, and was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Dude, he was asking about if I wanted a beer, and I pointed at my beer, but you didn't see my beer because there was another person standing over there, and you thought I was pointing at your girl. Like, calm your tits." And the next thing I know, both my pockets are out of its fucking pockets, I guess you could say. Like, you know how if you put your hand in your pocket, grab the pocket, and pull it out, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And I was
Funny.
like, all right, put all my shit in my hoodie little pouch and keep both my hands on it. The concert's
Yeah.
almost over. So that's what I did. And I I stuffed my pockets back to where it was. And it happened again. And I was like, all right, Tyler. I just pointed at the door and I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. Because I ain't trying to start some shit. I ain't trying to have them follow us, which they ended up doing a little bit. They left the same time we left, and I think they were gonna try to follow us, but we weren't at the same parking location. It was fucking creepy, man.
I had a I went to the bank, and you think a bank? Why would you try to pickpocket someone in a bank? It's
Yeah.
pretty stupid because there's like a million cameras around, and it's packed full of people, so you're gonna get spotted.
Yup.
So I just ran in real quick to deposit my grandfather's veterans check because his veterans check always gets mail to us versus deposit. I don't know why.
Yeah,
My
that's
grandma's
weird.
gets my grandma's gets deposit
Yeah, same with my
automatically
mom's.
deposit. Yeah, so it's the same thing like Social Security, but just this is veterans. Doesn't make any sense. It's all government anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to, I was in Chase Bank, and they have those little independent kiosks where you don't have to go in line if you just want to go real quick
Mm-hmm.
and deposit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was at the kiosk, and there's nobody behind me, but everybody's in line, in the big where they want to see the teller. So I'm finishing up my uh transaction. All of a sudden, I feel this lady just walk past me, and she's like brushing up against my pockets. Like I feel hands like brushing upon my pockets, my back pockets. And I'm like, and I turn around, there's still behind me, waiting in line, and this lady just walks right past me and heads towards the teller. And I'm like, this lady's trying to pickpocket me. Because there's no way, it's like I would see if there's like a crowd, I was in a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
We actually bump into each other. There's no way she could have just done that, for no reason.
Yep.
So I went to the manager and said, hey, look, I think this lady tried to pickpocket me. She brushed up against my pockets. There's nobody behind me. I had nothing in my pockets because I only had my keys, my ATM card, and the receipt because I just came in to put a check in the machine. And he's like, he saw the video and he's like, yeah, she's a little too close. I'm gonna go have a talk with her. You don't have to sit here if you don't want to, because but they have my information if they want to. Go ahead and call the cops,
Yeah,
because
get a police report or whatever.
yeah, because if she's a pickpocket, she's going to check to make sure she's not doing this to anybody else in the bank, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's all caught on video. He's like, if he took my number down to make sure it's the same number on account, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I left, and I haven't heard back from them since the bank about this incident. But yeah,
Well,
she
they
was like
probably didn't have
pickpocketing me.
enough evidence or something like that to prosecute,
Right.
which
But
is
you know what I'm
weird,
saying.
but yeah.
But she can't get nice talking to and maybe be kicked out of that branch. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying?
would be nice. But anyways, give me a second. I'm gonna run and grab a brewski before I start this next game, and I will be right back. I need to run to the restroom and hopefully see my kitty and give him some love and
Starting to get really bad allergies right now. I'm doing good, William. Just tired. And allergies, it's probably stopped raining, so all that stuff is in the air. How's your weekend? Did you do anything fun?
I has returned.
Welcome back.
Oh, oy, oy. Between my mom and my aunt, I am going to go absolutely insane.
Too much, too much estrogen.
Oh, yes. And they bicker like a fucking married couple
Yeah.
over the stupidest fucking bullshit.
Oy, oy.
Like, they just made food that I got at Walmart today,
Hmm.
and there's like, it was mozzarella sticks, and there's like five or six left,
That sounds good.
and they're bickering back and forth about who needs to eat the rest of them. And I'm
You just
like,
share
what
it.
the fuck? Like, who cares? You can reheat them.
Exactly. Oh Lord. People
Just
are
fucking
strange.
stupid bullshit.
Yeah, people are weird, Rasa.
Especially when they're like older ladies.
Don't you wish you just make over-the-counter tranquilizers? Like, you
Yes,
know,
like an EpiPen, but it just like knocks you out.
yeah. I wish I could see that from my grandma.
Or like those blow darts. You just like it's a big tube and you just go into it and it shoots the dart out.
That's funny.
I would fucking do that every time they pissed me off. I would just go downstairs. I would have that on me at all times. And I would just be like, "Oh wait, what? You guys are bickering again? All right, load two. All right, good night. I'll see you guys in the morning."
Okay, my grandma there, she knows that I go do the other day I went to go do Walmart pickup.
Yeah,
So when I opened the bag, the tomatoes were half of them were rotten. So they told me to just come back in. They'll give me a refund because I showed my online order receipt. Just throw out
yeah.
the old tomatoes. My grandma is still nagging me about the tomatoes. Like, why you buy such rotten tomatoes? Don't you check? I'm like, I didn't pick it. You
Yup.
know? Yell at Walmart. They're the ones who picked it for me. But you should check the bag. Like, he just don't. All you do is sign it and then dump. They dump everything in its trunk. You don't get to check it till you get home.
Yep.
You know? It's ridiculous. That's how people are. That's all I can say.
I agree with that.
Sometimes I wonder. Not to be mean.
Yeah. I think after about age 50, once you hit that 50 mark and go through menopause, it's all downhill.
Oh, holy crap. I hope we don't go through that.
Well, you
Yes,
will eventually.
yeah, but not as, some people are just, yeah, you know?
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I live with two of them.
They should just, like, mandatory make you get on tranquilizers when you go through menopause. I hate to say it.
I'm sorry,
You know what
Momo,
I'm
when you start going through that, I'm gonna ghost you for a while.
saying?
Because you're gonna try to rip my fucking face off.
I remember my mom and my grandmother going through it. Oh, holy crap. You know?
Yep.
That was not fun for them. Not fun being around them.
I can imagine. Oh. there is only very few times that I am thankful for the time zone difference between me and Jasper, and it's about once a week or once a month. Well, 1 week out of the month, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not that she's a like hard to handle, but sometimes.
When my best friend got pregnant, like the last few months of her pregnancy, for some reason she couldn't handle smell of chicken. And I was here like,
There's some things that I can't stand the smell of.
she
Like,
could not
there's
handle
this
it at
one
all.
pizza that we get
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, and it's like just the Walmart brand, the five meats. I used to love it. I used to love it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, every time I smell it, it just puts me off. Like, I have no appetite at all after that. I could be hungry enough to literally take my teeth and sink it into the ass of a cow on the spot, and then I smell that, and it's just like, nope, I don't care.
Oi.
That and then sardines, but everybody knows sardines smells terrible.
I agree. Oh. And it's like, it was funny because every time I ask her, why can't you eat chicken? She's like, I don't know. She'll start crying. That weird cry, like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, God. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was weird. It was because it gets his hormones. Is that every time something went wrong, she would cry. She may break her shoelace and she's crying. Like,
You
she
big Willie.
Louise. You know?
Yes.
It was hilarious. I can't stand the smell of sardines. My uncle used to eat them all the time for snacks.
My mom loves them.
Ugh. Thank God I'm allergic to seafood. You never catch me trying something that stinks that bad.
That, and this isn't smell wise, but it's in the seafood family. Oysters.
That looks disgusting.
Cannot eat those either.
How do you eat that slimy stuff? It's like eating snails.
I have done that before though.
I've had snails. It's okay. You have to just really figure out
I don't like it,
how
but I've
it
done it
tastes.
before, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's okay. It just depends on who makes it, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, my mom loves oysters. I can't stand them. Though I only tried it once, and yeah, no. 2 years ago on my birthday, I tried it. Just one singular oyster, and I have a really bad gag reflex, and you're supposed to just swallow the motherfuckers whole.
Oh,
And yeah, I couldn't do it. I had to chew it, and you're not supposed to, and shit got
uh,
stuck in the back of my throat. It was fucking slimy and disgusting, and yeah,
oh, that sounds disgusting. To see people chuck it is like disgusting.
it is. My favorite thing that comes out of the sea or any water creature is it's a mix between three things. Catfish that I just had yesterday. That's the reason why it's on my brain.
Hmm.
Breaded catfish, good as shit. Salmon, good as shit. And lobster. But I don't eat lobster often because why? I'm a broke boy. Can't afford lobster all the time. On a rare occasion.
And that reminds me, you still owe me a steak dinner.
Hey, well, I gotta, you know, get you to Texas then.
Yes.
Or I gotta come out to LA and, Momo, you wanna fly me to LA?
It's less than $200.
It's expensive.
Yeah, why is it some? Okay, I don't understand how some airports are more expensive to fly out of than other airports.
It's also
It's
has to do with airlines, like which
right.
one you choose.
That's why I go to Ontario, because it's an hour away and there are
It's
less
cheaper
traffic.
than LAX.
Yes,
Yeah.
less traffic. Yes, there's an Ontario, California.
Like, I was looking at how much it would cost for me to fly out to South Africa
Hmm.
and stay there for a while. And the flight there, back, and whatnot, like the entire just the flight, not mentioning like food and alcohol and whatnot. I mean, food and alcohol there is cheap for us. It's expensive to them, but it's cheap for us because, conversion rate. But
Yeah.
uh yeah, just the flight alone there and back is like 2,500 bucks.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, about that. It's not that I don't want to, it's that I'm a broke boy, man.
Yeah, makes sense.
I've never had a red snapper, Chris. Never had that. I don't know if I already said that or not, but never had red snapper. I would like to. It sounds good. I've always liked all kinds of fish and sea food stuff. Almost everything except the motherfucking uh what's it called? Oysters. No. If you put a fucking tray of oysters in front of me and said I'll give you $1 million to eat it, I will flip that bitch over and say I'm out.
I still laugh when people tell me seafood's not a meat, like fish is not a meat. Like like the was it pescatarians that eat fish?
I mean,
Something like that.
technically it is a meat.
But it's
It's a
not.
protein,
Yeah, but you know, thing.
but
Technically it is, but it's not. Like
yeah.
one of those weird things. But I kind of laugh because it is an animal.
I really want to
Oh, also,
take down an elk and harvest that. Elk sounds so good.
I have a friend of mine that's vegan, but won't that only eats the only meat they'll eat is seafood. I'm saying like it's if meat, I mean fish is meat. Like it's not. I'm like, huh, you know,
I mean,
it's a living creature.
yeah, it's meat, but at the same time, it's not like a beefy kind of
Right.
meat.
So you can
Like if
go
you
that.
think meat only means mammal, I'm sorry, you're just wrong.
Yeah, because pistachios has the same amount of protein as a steak. We eat like a half a bag of pistachios because it is full of protein, high in protein. So they used to use that as a meat substitute. Pistachios in the military,
Yes.
like old history kind of thing.
Chris, you want to go on a hunt? Do you have a like a 308 rifle?
Isn't Chris here in California?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's
There's
from my
elk in
area, I think.
California, I
True, I
think.
think. I know we had deer.
Oh, I would go for some venison right now.
No, lots of places in Los Angeles has deer actually. Up in the
Oh, they're
mountains.
everywhere in Texas.
Up in the mountains. you'll see deer.
Deer
Like
is
when I used to work
everywhere
for
in Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas. Like, deer is everywhere.
when I used to work for a post office, if it went up in the mountains with a mail truck, yes, it can go up those mountains, which is a miracle because those things are solid metal trucks. And they're made in 1984, so the thing is as old as cow, you know. But yeah, I used to see them all the time up in the mountains.
Hell yeah.
I think they're a whitetail deer.
There's a bunch of different kinds of deer.
I used to see the whitetail. So, you know, because I could see the tip, you know, they're all white.
Whitetails are usually, and don't quote me on this, but from
Hmm.
my Boy Scout days, every whitetail that I ever saw was a doe, which is a female,
Hmm.
and you can't shoot those.
Oh, I thought you saw a bunch of females up in the mountains.
At least I don't think you can shoot the does.
Oh, peacocks, Rasta. Just kidding.
I mean,
If you could, there's a billion of them around here.
they probably taste pretty good.
That's why they passed a law you can't run over peacocks in this area.
Rip. There's elk in Washington. I've never been to Washington. Either of the two Washingtons. I would like
Hey,
to go to
Chris.
DC though.
Let's
That
make
would
it,
be
Chris.
cool.
Curiosity kills a cat. Have you given out a ticket for somebody running over a peacock in Los Angeles area?
There's 5 species of elk. I did not know that.
Hey, might as well ask, right? Never know until you ask.
Man, I really want some elk. That it's like one of the most high and rich whatchamacalls it meat that
Cool,
you can
Brett.
get. Like rich in fiber and protein and like everything that you need. Sounds like a good time. Roosevelt is the most common. Like Roosevelt is in the president.
Teddy rolls out.
Speaking of Teddy, I haven't talked to her at all today.
I
I
haven't
haven't heard
talked to her
from
in
her.
2 days.
I talked to her for a pretty good chunk of yesterday, but I haven't heard from her yet today, I don't think. Hope she's doing okay.
Cool, Brett.
Red Stag, I've heard of that. I really want to take down an axis deer.
That sounds interesting.
Apparently there's this, I forget if it's a country or if it's an island. It's called Lanai.
That
Somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere.
sounds like
But there is more axis deer than there are people.
wow.
And yeah, they are not scared of humans at all. And so you can
Well, that's
straight up
funny.
walk up to it and then just put one down.
Wow. I was gonna say that sounds like Hawaii.
Uh, my source for that information is the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm sure Chris, if he's here, has heard of that island or whatever 1,000 times. Maybe Chris left.
I found it. Lanai is one of the islands corresponding to the U.S. state of Hawaii. I was right.
Oh, yeah, it is an island.
In the Pacific Ocean, northeastern side is Shipwreck Beach, also known for its offshore wreck of World War II tanker plus views of Molokai. Forget how I can pronounce that name. The Maui Islands.
Hmm. So it is like technically Hawaii, just a different island of Hawaii.
Cool. Humpback whales sometimes appear right just past its shorelines. It takes 7 hours and 40 minutes to get there, and it costs $809 to get there.
Probably different for me.
I thought Hawaii is like a couple hours from here, from Los Angeles if you fly. I didn't think it was 7 hours. Well, probably they had to switch. Now they have a smaller airport. Now that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's part of the United States. Yeah, that's right. It's like that would sound like it's about 6 hours for me. Cool, Brett. I would have, if I probably would have to go to Long Beach and then take a flight from Long Beach.
Could have made a
Uh,
dirty joke about that.
yes, Long Beach is actually it's actually a beach. Someone asked me that question. Is that actually called a beach? I'm like, yes, Long Beach is actually a beach. So weird things people ask, you know? Right, Rasa?
Yeah, some people are just fucking retarded.
Flying out of LAX. Cool. I hate LAX. Not to be mean. I just, the traffic.
I've never been to California. I would like to sometime. Currently, it's not in my budget.
Well, if you ever do, fly to Ontario and I'll come pick you up. It's a little bit of a drive. All it is one freeway. I don't mind, you know.
Yeah. What, just the 405?
No, the 10.
Uh, I see. I don't know anything about California
But we can also
except that
take the
you guys
210.
have legal weed. I was about to say free weed,
Oh,
but
actually, I probably would take the 210. Yeah, the 210 would be better. Cool, you've been to Cali twice. That's neat. Yeah, the 210 would probably be better.
double double, animal style double double.
I'll take an animal style french fries. Because the animal style kind of kills the taste of the french fries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The only way I can eat In and Out french fries is if it's animal style because it's just nasty if it's plain. You know what I'm saying?
I liked their French fries. I just have to extra salt it. I have to extra salt everything, man.
I don't know, it just tastes like it's overcooked around here. Every time I order it.
Well, whenever I was in high school, whenever one of my girlfriends from high school, her name will remain anonymous, but let's just say it rhymes with Jizabeth. I don't think she would care anyways. Uh, she worked there, and I lived like right around the corner from it, and I would, walk across the highway and I would stay there while she's working and just nag the shit out of her. I would always eat their fries, and I'm like, yo, just extra salt this shit for me. You already know it's been like 90 times that I've been here. But I always loved their double double animal style fries, and get the fucking extra salt on that shit. And yes, Chris, that's exactly what I said. Hey, that wasn't my nickname that I came up with. That was Tyler that came up with that nickname for her. So don't don't blame me for that shit. Hey, you came up with my first ever nickname. Well, I mean, I had nicknames before, but the one that actually stuck, he called me C Jizzle for the longest time. That was my basketball nickname. So whenever I was like in the open court and they were about to pass me the ball, you're supposed to like yell their name so they know to like turn back and look if you're in a fast break situation. He would always be like, "Hibbity bobbity buddy, see Jizzle!" Boom, throw the ball at me. And I'm like, you motherfucker, like right in front of all these fucking people, like all these parents and cheerleaders and whatnot. Call me C Jizzle like right in front of everybody, like goddamn.
That's funny.
Gotta love Tyler though. He's fucking hilarious, but he's a good dude. Well, we all know Monique's nickname. It's Momo
Yeah.
or Dinosaur.
Or Mickey.
Chris's is Piggy Piggy Oink Oink. I'm arresting you. All jokes aside, I don't know.
Oh, I think
Anna
Chris
is
messed up
Anna the
fucking earlier.
banana. Megan is Megs. Brett, I don't have one for you. I don't know. Don't know what to call you. Yours is B Man. I'll take that. What's up, Gummy?
Tommy!
And Gummy's nickname is Gummy, obviously, because I mean I know her real name. I don't know if she wants me to say it, but yeah, her nickname is Gummy. Um, Alexis, I don't have one for. Miss Glow is the bakest. Who else am I leaving out, Momo? William is Big Willie.
Hmm. Can't
Uh,
think of anything else.
oh, Wookie is Chewbacca, or I shortened it to Chewie. Who else? I have a feeling that I'm missing somebody
I'm
or a
doing good.
couple people. Teddy, hers is little sis because she's my little sis, kind of, not by blood, but by you know, being around so much. How y'all doing? I'm doing all right. I got my back and my neck cracked, and went to Walmart, ate some Raisin
Okay.
Canes, so I'm good. I'm good. My okay, so Momo, have you ever been to the chiropractor?
Yes, several times.
So he had me lay down on my back and he was like feeling around on my neck and he was
Yeah?
like just bullshitting with me. Had his hands like on my neck, like my upper neck, and was just like feeling and I was like, that actually feels really good. And he was like he said, "Yeah, usually whenever you do that, one of two things happens. Either your lower back gets really tense and it hurts, or it relieves stress in your lower back. And I was like, well, it's actually relieving stress in my lower back, so don't stop doing it. And you know how, like, whenever you scratch a dog, the fucking leg shakes?
Yeah.
I started fucking with him and was doing it, and he was like, "Are you doing that on purpose?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, I need you to take a deep breath in and tell me about your day." And I was like, "Oh, well, I had blah 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 going on," and then all I felt was my neck just got snapped in half, and I was like, "Holy titties! Warn a motherfucker!" Like, goddamn. Scared the titties out of me, man. I about shit my pants right there.
That was funny.
He was like, "Hey, if I would have warned you, you would have tensed up a little bit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I'll let you do your job, but goddamn."
I've done it a million times. Yeah, it feels good.
Hmm.
I should go back.
Made
What
some
else?
cookies and got Elf on. Ooh, Elf is good. Elf is good. Is that the
Mm.
one with fuck, what's his name? Oh, I
Uh,
see his face. Will Ferrell. Is that the Will Ferrell one? I need to get a beer before I start this next game, though. So I'm gonna go grab a beer right now. The one where he's like, "Santa's my dad," or some shit like that. I don't know.
I like Will Ferrell. It's got the weirdest comedy, I mean, comedian, but he's cool. He is weird.
Oh, I will be right back. Yeah, Will Ferrell's funny. That's whenever I came up with the saying, or not came up with the saying. I stole the saying. If you ain't first, you're last. I'll be right back.
Ricky Bobby. Cool, Brett. He went to USC, not far from my house.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, Rasa, did you
Yes,
see
mama
that
jamma.
picture I posted in um Jax's stream? I mean, Discord?
No, I was busy all day. I didn't really jump in until Tyler left his house.
Okay, so there's a story behind that. That picture is actually Elizabeth Taylor, but I forgot her actress name. That is the dress my great uncle made for her.
Oh well. Cool.
He, what was, it's a
Who's
skirt
Elizabeth
actually.
Taylor?
Famous old actress. Very good
I've
old
heard of the name,
actress.
but I don't think I've ever seen any of her work or anything like that.
She's a really good actress. So apparently, the producer of the movie wanted a quilted skirt, and it's quilting is not a common thing, and not a lot of people have machines to quilt because quilting is a lost art form. There's patchwork quilt, but there's also different types of quilting, and they wanted a quilted skirt. So they went to my great uncle and asked, "Hey, can you make this for Elizabeth Taylor for this movie?" and I need a quilted skirt. So he gave him all the fabric, and my uncle took it down the measurements, and he made a quilted skirt. It's very heavy, and it's in
Nice.
that movie. And then Elizabeth Taylor took some of that fabric from the skirt and cut out the flower kind of thing, and then put on her sleeves. She added that, but my uncle made that skirt. Now there's a
Cool.
replica of that skirt because my uncle made two skirts out of the same material from leftover material. So that skirt is somewhere around because it got stolen. So someone has it. It got stolen from my family. There's actually two skirts of that same skirt that Elizabeth Taylor wore.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Going back to the whole Will Ferrell thing, another one of his movies that I really enjoyed was Step Brothers.
that was a good movie.
And I really kind of I go whenever I hear about that movie, I go back to whenever me and Tyler first really met, and it was on Modern Warfare 2 and whatnot, and we were bullshitting, playing private matches, running fake 10th Prestige lobbies, being assholes as stupid ass fucking eighth graders, and just bullshitting people that we could get them 10th Prestige if that they would wait for the lobby to download or the download to like finish and play like Michael Myers and all these other fucking games. And then whenever the download finished, we would just kill them all and leave and turn our
That's a good movie
PlayStations
too.
or our Xbox 360s off and appear offline, which was fucking hilarious because we would always get the shittiest bitchy messages because we would like waste like 3 hours of their time. And whenever we were playing one and they were like, there was some random kid in there saying like, "Oh, do y'all smoke weed? I like weed," and I had never smoked before. And Tyler was like, "Yeah, I smoke all the time, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Yeah, I've never done it before, but I wouldn't mind doing it." And Tyler was like, "Nah, you're a fucking pussy. Shut the fuck up. You won't do it." And I'm like, "Boy, you best believe I'll do it." And the next day he was over at my house with weed, and I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And that's kind of how me and Tyler fucking done diddly got to be friends. And then after the years passed, fucking yeah, more and
Oh,
more married iguanas were partoked, and some moonshine was drunk, and yeah, we just got closer and closer, and boom, now he's fam. It's like that scene in the Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? Kind of a thing. That's the catalyst of it. Thank
and you're
God
also.
for married iguanas. Yes, ma'am.
I sent you the picture
Hmm. I'll check it in a second.
in your Discord.
I saw you sent me something. Alright, I got a dead ball, so yes. You're talking the one on the right?
Mhm.
We'll die it.
He made that.
That looks like it would be fucking heavy as shit.
It is. It's very heavy. It's quilted. So you can't quilt fabric without like putting some kind of backing on it because it'll just look like it's flat as a pancake. So there's
Yes.
cotton in between, and yeah, It's very thick and very heavy. You can, depending on how much
You know
cotton
it's
you've got in
also
there.
thick and very heavy?
But
These nuts. Ah, just kidding.
so you can quilt something if it's to make a paper thin, but it's not gonna hold the quilting down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have no idea about sewing and shit like that, or quilting, or knitting, or
A
I ain't
freaking
a
machine.
female.
A freaking machine's way more than a normal machine to do quilting. They're heavier and freaking big. Well, they look like technically like a average sewing machine, but they require like a huge mortar.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah. So Brett knows how big and how heavy those things are. Just don't drop it on your foot. You don't have a foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hold on, I think my mail's here. It's late because of the holidays. Because usually it's here by 1 or 2.
Oh, I'm sorry for yawning. I was up early. So who's all still chilling in the chat? This pretty much, whenever I play 2K, it turns into more of a podcast. So ask me questions or uh, give me a topic and I'll just start riffing off some shit. Shit. Damn, we're down by 10. How the fuck did we go down by 10 when we were double their score whenever I got pulled out of the game? Do you think the Titans will get in the playoffs? It depends on their division. I forget who's in their division because I think aren't they AFC? I don't know, man. I would say probably not, but I mean, never say never. The rapper that died, I don't know
I'm back.
who that rapper ever was because I just no.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not. Uh, my team isn't in the AFC, so I don't keep up with it. Okay, Miss Vader.
Sorry. Just look at my mail real quick.
Jews? Word? I have never heard that name in my entire life. You and me both, Brett. You and me both. The cowgirls are not playing like cowboys. They're playing like cow bitches. And I blame Jason Garrett, and I think he needs to go, like, yesterday. Titans, the Texans, the Colts, and the Jags. Honestly, out of that grouping, Colts are fucked because their QB got hurt. The Texans have always been ass, even though they got J.J. Watt and a decent quarterback. Titans, I don't know about. Jags have looked pretty good though, so I
Mhm.
would say the Jags is gonna win uh that or not conference, but that division. I would say the Jags have a pretty good shot. I don't know what everybody's records are, but yeah. If I had to just go off of the names and what I know that has happened this season, I would say the Jags have a good shot of winning that division. I still think, and maybe it's because I'm a little biased, I still think the Cowboys they're going to make the playoffs. It's almost a guarantee that they're going to make it. But I think that they're going to suck it up for the rest of the year, and then I'm talking the Cowboys. Cowboys are going to suck it up for the rest of the year, and then whenever playoffs rolls around, they're just going to surprise everybody.
That's great.
Jags is in last. I didn't know that. I see. I don't know what the fuck is going on with AFC. All I pay attention to is the NFC East. I just want Eagles, uh, Giants, Redskins to lose every week. Because then, regardless what happens, we're going to the playoffs. Yes, we do need a new kicker. Garrett needs to go. Uh, we haven't let Zeke get into a groove because he was out or not out, but he didn't show up to training camp, so he didn't know the new offense because we got a new offensive coordinator. So that's why we've been passing the ball so much. And yeah, Dak, he's been playing out of his mind. Yes, he's thrown a few picks in the past couple weeks, but yeah. Uh, Patriots are always going to be in there, even though the Patriots are kind of playing like doo doo. They're always going to fix it. They always have, they always will. I wouldn't say he zones out. I think he just makes a poor decision at the wrong time. And it's not like we have a running game that really works right now because of how little time. Also, our offensive coordinator used to be, which is the one that calls the offensive plays, was at one point our backup quarterback. So he wants to put the spotlight on passing because he was a quarterback. It might not be the right decision, but that's what I think at least. Oh, I was looking for a foul.
Cool. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker exclusive scene premiere live December 14th.
Just a scene.
I don't know. It's with J.J.
'Cause I believe
Abrams,
it comes out on the 20th.
right? But hey, if you at least you get seen, it's better than nothing, right?
I'm not watching it. We're too close to the actual release date. I don't want to see any more TV spots. I don't want to see
Mhm.
any new trailer. I don't want anything. I just want the movie to come out. I want to be surprised about a lot, even though there is a lot of things that we already know.
Yeah, me too.
I ain't
I've seen all the
touching.
movies up to this point.
Like, I love watching this YouTuber Star Wars Theory. Uh, I love watching him. If it's anything that's pertaining to the new movie, I'm not watching it. Sorry, not sorry. I am completely steering clear of any information for the new movie. And I swear to fucking God, if I'm streaming something, as soon as the game came out,
Hmm.
or not the game, the movie comes out, and somebody comes in and says, "Have you seen The Rise of Skywalker?" And I say no, and they say, "Oh, blah 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 happens." I am going to insta ban. I don't care how long they've been here. I don't care if they're mods. They will get banned instantly.
That's how I feel about Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. I am looking forward to it, and I'm just like I'll get pissed if I already know like what's gonna happen in DLC. You know,
Yeah, I'll play the DLC when it comes out.
right? Because I'm dying to know what happens next. Because I have played every game except for the Kingdom Hearts Ski. Because it's really just a mobile game, but I feel like it's not really the game. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
It doesn't have Sora. It doesn't have Riku. It's like it's like a spin-off of Kingdom Hearts. That's what I feel like it is. And what's sad about it is when I tried to download it to my cell phone, it has such a huge file that I would have to delete like almost everything off my phone to just download it. It's huge.
Yeah, you got an older phone.
And I have the iPhone 8, but I mean 8 Plus, but it's like, it's not worth it to me. Even though I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, it doesn't feel like a Kingdom Hearts game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I'm 100% Kingdom Hearts fan, diehard fan. I tried to get Jack to play Kingdom Hearts. He won't, but I understand him because maybe the lights, because the lightsaber, I mean, the Keyblade, sorry, the Keyblade, I got stuck in that stupid Star Wars, sorry, might be flashing a little bit.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But it's just the story is what keeps me going.
Damn, we're down by 11. God, we gotta make a comeback. I need to focus up.
The only thing I was disappointed about 3 was that they didn't bring back, because Kingdom Hearts is basically a mix of Disney and Final Fantasy. So
Yes.
the characters are not back from the first two Kingdom Hearts that were in Final Fantasy. So I got disappointed in that because I just love those three characters that were. Well, the character there's more than three characters, but for Kingdom Hearts there was Chiffin, Cloud, Seth Roth, Aramith, uh, Leon, and I forgot her name for a second. The one from Final Fantasy games. So I kind of got disappointed in that part. Because yeah, you just get used to seeing some of the same characters over and over again. Yuki, that's her name. I had to stop and think about it.
Making the comeback, boys. Shit.
I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom real quick.
Damn, we're running out of time. We might lose this game. Oh, shit up my ass. That's game. Shit. Oh well. Can't win every game. That's upsetting. Oh well. I mean, we won 24 in a row, so I mean, you gotta lose eventually. The Rams are playing better. I wouldn't know. I only follow the Cowboys, to be honest. I think we play one of our divisional rivals this Sunday. I think. I could be wrong though. Let me look. Cowboys game. Oh, we do play the Rams Sunday. Yeah, we play the Rams Sunday, and then we play the Eagles. All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, and I will return in a momento.
I
Oh,
have much.
oh, you're coming back. I'm leaving. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yep, also is beer, and I just got a soda. Thank you, Brett. How are you doing? I probably already asked that question. Sorry. tired. So you guys got any plans for the rest of the week? More Christmas shopping? I gotta start sending out cards. I've done almost everything on Amazon.com. Almost all my shopping, so it's just made it a lot easier. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. William. That's true, you get time and a half for holidays.
Oh, I has returned.
Welcome back.
Oh, what are y'all talking about?
What's everybody gonna do this week? William was talking about he's gotta work Christmas.
Oof, that's a big oofers right there. I had to work Thanksgiving one time, and it really sucked because in my little fast food area, it wasn't big,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a little grocery section. And Lord have mercy, the amount of people that came in on Thanksgiving to get like stuffing or a turkey because they fucked up the turkey, or get a ham because they fucked up the ham or didn't get one, or you name it, whatever the fuck. That was not fun. The amount of people that, like, there was no ice cream sales that day. It was either fast food because they're hungry and they're going somewhere and they don't like the person's cooking, or they were coming in for groceries. Wanted to
That was
fucking
my
die
aunt.
that day.
I can't. My aunt is not a very, when I was younger, a very good cook. So we
Yeah,
like would stop and often get burgers before we go to Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner in our house. So yeah,
I can see it. I can definitely see that.
I had my aunt made one time decided it would be a good idea to make a garlic turkey. Oh my God, Rasa! The only thing we ate was the sides. It was that bad. Really, all we had was his sides. It was awful. Now, garlic chicken would probably have been better, but garlic turkey, ugh, it was horrible. Yeah. Sometimes it's always good to experiment, you know?
Yeah, I can see it. I like to experiment whenever I cook things.
Right. But
Sometimes it
sometimes,
works out, and I have a rule to myself that if I fuck it up, I have to
mhm.
eat it. Unless it's literally like I'm going to
Unavoidable.
die if I eat it. Like if it's just like overcooked steak, I'll eat it. If it's
Okay.
undercooked steak, I'll eat it. But if it's like it's literally a brick and it's unedible, or it's like
Food poison.
yeah, food poisoning style, I ain't touching it. I'll just throw it out. But I've never thrown out anything that I've ever cooked.
Mhm.
But the worst thing that I ever did cooking so far was a roast that I cooked, and I had done it 1,000 times, but it was a different cut. Same same style, same size, same everything. It was just a different cut of meat,
Mhm.
and it was dry as fuck.
Oh shoot.
And by dry as fuck, I mean it tasted good, but it tasted like you were literally chewing through sandpaper. And nobody in my house wanted it, and I was like, you know what? I fucked it up. I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna eat it. That was the worst thing I ever did, and I ate it. Wasn't terrible. I mean, it was terrible, but it wasn't like unedible terrible.
Yeah.
Like if I was a starving African child, I would be thankful for it. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like up to my cooking standards.
Up to par, basically.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Because I pride myself in being able to cook pretty well,
That's great.
but not that time. And I know what I did wrong too. I left too much of the marinade in the Corningware dish, and I tried to cook. You know those little like tiny potatoes.
Yeah, those are good.
I tried to cook them all at the same time in the same dish. Dumb
Wait,
idea.
not a good idea.
Yeah. Well, you live, you learn. And
Yeah.
so I was sitting there while it was cooking. I was just sitting there watching the news, fucking drinking a beer, chilling, and all I keep hearing is like sizzling, and I'm like, what? This should not be happening right now. And I open up the damn oven. I opened it up too many times, and this
Hmm.
fucking marinade and the potatoes are boiling. Like by boil, I mean literally
Shoot.
boiling over out of the pot that had a fucking, or the Corningware dish that had a fucking lid on it too. And so I was like, I gotta remove this shit
Hmm.
like right now. Like I gotta take everything out of it besides the meat and let the meat cook. And so I did it, and then it just kept doing it, and I was like, what the fuck? And I realized later on that it was a different cut of meat. It looked almost identical. That's why I didn't even look at it. Like, I just looked at the weight because, you know, I've done it 1,000 times.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
understandable.
I done diddly fucked it. And I swear to God, it was the driest meat I have ever eaten in my life.
Is
Yeah. Like, was it decent enough to eat? Yes, but was it like good? Like, would I pay money to get it from like a restaurant? Like I'm used to making food that way? Hell the fuck no, I wouldn't have. I would have sent that shit back if that was at an actual restaurant. And I like to be able to, you know, sling my chef hat around and say I can cook better than most average Americans. Now, if you ask me to cook from scratch, yeah, you can go fuck your mother, 'cause I ain't doing that shit. But you give me a steak, everything I need to cook, and the recipe and how to do it, it's
Mhm.
getting done.
What? Hold on. I think somebody's at the door.
Ooh, I should have got shit for taco salad today. I haven't had that in a while. My taco salad is fucking fire. It just takes forever to prepare everything. Though they didn't have any avocados. I was looking for them too. They did have avocados, but they didn't have any ripe avocados.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thank you. My girl got a $6 raise in her Social Security. Whoopie doo.
Yeah, I've seen that. You get
It's
those
stupid.
fucking things from Social Security, you're like, oh, what's going on? And then you open it up, and they're like, oh, this year, we're adjusting for inflation, you get $2 extra. And I'm like, wow,
Yep.
what can I do with $2?
My grandmother gets $6. No, grandfather gets $10 every month, every year. Inflation. What's the point of that? This is
Oh, come on, give me the foul.
at least
Damn
it's got gas money, right?
it.
They do all the errands running for him. Speaking of which, I gotta go pick up a prescription for him tomorrow. The one, his nitroglycerin that I don't trust the nurses to do after they screwed up last time and had sent me on a wild goose chase.
Yes. But you get Social Security. You can. Oh, I wonder why, or like what caused it, or whatnot. But you don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
I get veterans. I'm a dependent, a veteran.
I get, or I don't get personally Social Security. My mom gets disability because she had 8 strokes. Well, eight-ish strokes. There's
See,
They don't know the exact number, but it was around 8 or so. Might
well,
be a little more, might be a little less.
that's why my insurance is fully covered. I'm fully covered and paid off because I have two insurances. One for working for my grandma and one for working, being a veteran dependent. the VA insurance and working for my grandma. So it kind of mixed up in, you know,
Yes, yes.
so I'm fully covered. And I don't pay anything for my prescriptions except for my vitamins.
I have 7% scoliosis and 7 way sway back and bad short-term memory. My brother might be able to help you, homie. Crack you back
Oh.
into alignment.
I was thinking about applying for like some disability,
By the
like
way,
maybe partial
welcome
or
back,
vertigo.
Beast. I hope I don't lose 2 games in a row, man. That would piss me off.
Also, I think I would probably trust your brother more than any other chiropractor to deal with my vertigo.
Oh yeah, I was talking to him about it, and he was saying like, yeah, it's a possibility that there's some like misalignment that's causing it.
Yeah, and what you tell them all that I've been so many doctors, it's like they can't figure out what it is exactly. They just call it BPPV for short.
Yeah, he would probably. I mean, he does like I think it's 3 scans, 3 different scans, 3 different like handheld things that he rubs up and down your spine, and it gives him all of the information he needs to know about how your spine's aligned and whatnot. And then he
Yeah.
looks over it, goes over it with you, and says like, "Hey, this is what we got to tackle," kind of thing. He pretty much just uses me as a test dummy too.
Oh, hey, at least you get free treatment.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hmm.
Can we get on Modern Warfare later? I was already on Modern Warfare at one point tonight, and yeah, ain't nobody showed up to that stream. Well, not nobody, but almost nobody showed up to that stream, and I have been playing like ass because I have a terrible fucking cut on the wrong spot on my thumb.
Ouch.
It's like right in the webbing. It's like
Oh,
right in there, and so it hurts to move my thumb. So I can just click buttons. I can't aim for shit right now. Like even just grabbing this beer and like opening my hand to do so hurts like a motherfucker.
but you think that the coldness helps soothe it?
Say what, Momo?
You would think the coldness will help soothe your cut,
Oh, I've
the
just
beer.
kept it covered all day so it doesn't get infected.
And you did do what I told you about washing it out and stuff like that,
Yes, 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 yes.
and not using heavy perfume soap, right?
Yes, 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 yes. I used hydrogen peroxide and it burned
Okay.
like a motherfucker.
You can use soap, just don't use one that's full of perfume. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because more perfumey, the more it stings. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Yes, yes. I will say it is a little bit puffy today because usually I sleep with it covered, but it was getting really annoying last night, so I took it off, the bandage and the tape to keep the band-aid on.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Hey, it'll air out." And then this morning it was really stiff and kind of puffy. I'm hoping it's not getting infected.
Oh, not either. Is it like discolored, like really bad?
No, not at all.
Does it like hurt to push down on it?
It's just a little puffed up and still the same, like it hurts to move kind of thing.
But it starts getting discolored and like really hard to touch it, and
Oh, it
I would
hurts to
start.
touch it, but it's because it's fucking still an open wound. I don't have a band-aid on it now. I'm like letting it air out because I had a band-aid on it all day.
That's true. Sometimes air does help wounds.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing with the tiny little coot.
Good.
Me has my first aid merit badge.
You know me. Always being a nurse.
Yes, yes, yes. It's honestly not even that big. It's like maybe a centimeter and a half long. It's a little wide, but it literally just took off like the first couple layers of skin and made it bleed a lot. Like I'll live, I'll be fine.
That's good.
It's just annoying because I play video games and I can't really use my right thumb all that well. I'm just being a fucking little bitch, pretty much.
Okay. Not everybody handles pain easy.
Oh, usually I do. Like, I've always been able to handle pain,
That's good.
but it's just like the nagging kind of pain. That's like it's not like you got punched in the face, ow, kind of pain. It's like, oh, I'm just going to let you know I'm here all the time kind of pain. If you know what I'm saying.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, I'm playing like garbage this game. I need to start passing the ball around and not shooting as much. I'm just playing on autopilot right now. I'm also really tired.
I gotta take a shower before I Baja Jack's stream. I have to be at doctor's office. They're gonna pick me up at 10:30.
10:30 your time.
Yeah, which is noon your time.
Oh, you mean midnight 30, right?
God, being getting old sucks. All these tests they make you do. I have one of the best hearings of my whole entire family. I don't know why I have to go do a hearing test.
Could always just reschedule it or just say, I don't need this done. Like, I'm a nurse. I'm not hard of hearing.
I'm not. My TV is all the way right now down to a 2 and I can hear it perfectly. Yeah? Hold on a second.
Ooh, I'm getting cold. It's getting cold tonight. I like it.
I'm back.
Welcome, book.
Thank you.
Oh, you're playing Modern Warfare right now? Nice. Shit, make your fucking layup, man. Man, I've just been taking L's all day.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
That's game. Yes, I do need my good luck charm. I can't even. I just have to sit through it. Alright. That's two L's in a row. Shit happens. Can't expect to win every game. Oh, fucking cold as balls. I'm getting tired. Uh, I think I might play one more and then see what's going on and possibly call it a night.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, look how long this fucking person's legs were. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. How tall is Hawan Whiteside or whatever Hassan Whiteside? Fucking big as shit, man. Jesus Christ.
How tired as I am.
I have been up for way too long. About 7 feet tall? Jesus Christ. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'5", and I'd probably be looking like this, looking up at him. Oh, what'd you say, motherfucker?
Out loud.
Alright, if we don't beat the Grizzlies, I'm gonna be pissed. You're 5'6", Chris? I'm almost a foot taller than you?
Sheesh.
Jesus Christ.
You're only 3 inches taller than I am.
Oh my, you're 5'3"?
Hmm.
Jesus, I'm a foot, over a foot taller than you. Though I am a string bean. You're fun sized. Eh, I don't know what you consider fun size because I don't bat to that side of the field, homie. All right, I'm gonna grab a beer, beat the Grizzlies' asses, and then probably call it a night, depending on what happens. I mean, I can stay up later and play other games or do whatever, but I'm getting tired. And Tyler said he wanted to play GTA while he was over at my house,
Hmm.
but he had to go to his dad's because he forgot a fucking bag over there
You know.
and whatnot. And that was the last I heard from him. So I don't know if he's jumping on tonight or not. So we'll see what happens. If he's on by the end of this game, we'll flip and play GTA. If not, I'll probably end up just putting my face in a pillow and curling up and dying slowly. Anyways, I'll be right back. I need to run to the restroom and grab a brewski. Oh, I'll be back. has returned.
Go back.
Alrighty, I think this probably is going to be the last game of the stream, and possibly the last uh, stream of the day, because I am very, very tired.
Yeah. You sound tired.
Momo, how are you whenever it comes to having to wake up at a certain time?
It depends on how early in the morning it is. Earlier than 8, it's hard for me. But 8 o'clock, after 8 o'clock, it's okay.
For me, it doesn't matter what time it is.
Hmm.
I get to this like weird mental state where, because I know that I've overslept alarms like 1,000 times, and I'm not joking. I get to this weird point where I will wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, I gotta do X, Y, and Z at this exact time.
Yeah.
If I go to sleep now, even if I have like 17 alarms set, I might sleep through all of them.
Right.
So I just stay up. So that was me. Uh, I fell asleep. I woke up. Jags was still streaming. Actually, he was just about to end his stream. And yeah, I was like, I'll watch the tail end of his stream, bullshit for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what? If I go to sleep now, I might sleep straight through a fucking alarm and not make it to my chiropractic appointment. So I just stayed up.
Okay. Done that before. And it's harder to get up when it's colder outside. You know how that is?
Yes. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I'm in the exact same boat as you, homie. So in other words, I'm fucking tired.
Fine.
And my stomach is gurgling and not in a good way.
That's not good. What do you eat? Something bad?
No, just bubble guts.
Mm.
I'm sure you guys could probably even hear it.
I can't.
No, if you can't, they can't.
Maybe they can. I don't know.
I have a feeling I'm going to be making multiple trips to the bathroom today or tonight.
It sucks.
Yes. Might be the catfish that I ate yesterday.
That's not agreeing with you?
I don't think so.
I could.
I'll live.
Pepto Bismol.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea,
Diarrhea.
boop boop Pepto-Bismol.
Well, it does work.
I don't have any, though, unfortunately.
Next time, pick it up when you go to Walmart. Only a couple bucks. You know, they have it in pill form, you know?
I did not know that. And,
Yeah, I have a bottle right next to me. It's only pills.
are they tiny pills?
Uh-huh.
Because the
The
tinier the
shocky
better.
flavor. Very shocky flavor, but it does work. Or if you want to spend a couple more extra dollars, they have the shapeable Tums. But
Oh,
does
I
not
would
help with
totally do
diarrhea.
that. I don't like taking pills.
Well, they're like tiny, like a breast mint kind of size. You know, I have a bad stomach, so I always keep like a bottle right next to me with pills. Probably when you get off, I'm gonna get off to just jump in the shower, so that because I have a doctor's appointment early in the morning.
Yes. What time you going?
I have to. The appointment's at 11:30, so I'm leaving here at 10 because I'm gonna fight the traffic.
Yes. So you're gonna leave
Wilshire
at
Boulevard.
my time noon.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Wilshire Boulevard is maniac during the week and a week, mostly the week, because all the
Mm.
businesses are down Wilshire Boulevard, and it's federal district too. The VA, everything's down there. All the government offices. So it just sucks.
You know what also is over there?
Weed.
Yes, and I want some.
Chris knows what I'm talking about.
I was gonna say these nuts though.
Also, the last time I went down Wilshire Boulevard was that. Remember that time I called you? No, we got on the PlayStation. I was like, I gotta go. Remember? It
Yes.
was because I had literally just got home. My driver brought me home, the Lyft driver, and he was so bad at driving. I was green by the time I got in the house. I got car
Yes.
sickness. Remember that?
A
That's the
little
last time
bit.
I was in Wheelchair Boulevard. I hate Wilshire Boulevard.
Hey
The
Chris,
only time
can
I
you go to your evidence locker at work and just take some married iguanas and mail it to me? I would be eternally grateful because I want some married iguanas. Negative. I'm fucking around. You know I'm joking. I'm just drunk bullshitting right now.
Hey Chris, have you given away any tickets for people running over to Peacockson area this year? This is against the law to run over a peacock in Los Angeles.
Man, I would probably run one over just for the lulz.
Like, yeah, LA's got enough crime as it is. You have to add that stupid law. You know what I'm saying? You think there would be other laws to protect this? Or that stupid peacock thing,
Yes.
right, Rasa?
But if I catch you with weed, I'll let it go. Yeah, well, that's good. Because weed's not that bad. The married
You haven't given up.
iguana is just a plant. It's honestly better for you than tobacco, better for you than alcohol, and both of those things are legal. So,
True. I could just say Chris getting a ticket for
I mean,
regular
for you
peacock.
ding dongs, it's legal. For me, it's not. I'm going to jail if I get caught with the married iguanas.
True.
Actually, it depends on the amount here in Dallas, but yeah. I think it's if it's under 2 ounces, it's a misdemeanor. Uh, it also depends if you have like a pipe or a bong on you or something like that as well, which is just fucking retarded. Also, if it's in multiple bags, you get the intent to distribute bullshit, which is fucking retarded.
Knock it off, Google.
Roxy, I'm gonna come kick you in the doggy vagina.
Knock it off. Wait, you want me to throw a water bottle at you? Done that before. She just looks at me like, what? It was empty, so it can't hurt her.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one time, I think I've told this story before, Chris, you might have already heard it. I went to go play disc golf, and I had two Swisher little baggy things that had pre-rolled blunts in it because rolled them before I walked up to the fucking disc golf course. And I walk around the corner, and there's this fucking cop training a drug dog, and me and him, like, this is like 6:37 in the morning. We make complete eye contact. So he knows that I'm there, and I know that he's there.
Knock it off, Google.
And if I would have turned and walked away, just straight up turned to a 180 and dipped, he would have known that there was some shit going on.
Oh, shoot.
And I was like, you know what? The dog's already barking at the boxes in front of him. I was probably like 150, 200 yards away from him. And I was like, you know what? I got one of two options. Turn and walk away and risk him coming after my ass. Or walk as close as I can and make civil conversation. As close as I can to the fucking the boxes that had, like, one of them had shit in it or something that was gonna target the dog to bark at it and go after it and just see what the fuck happens. So I walked straight up to where they were. I was like, "Hey, how you doing this morning, officer? Hope you're doing good. How's the good boy doing?" Blah blah blah, making small talk. And I walked as close as I could to those little black boxes that he had that had shit in it. And the dog looked at me. I saw him, like, tilt his head up, but I was like, I'm going to jail.
Oh,
And
no.
that didn't happen. The dog ended up started barking, and I was still talking to the cop, being like, "Oh, does the boy want a treat or something?" And he was like, I can't do that. Like, I can't let you touch him or pet him because he'll probably rip your arm off. And I was like, "Oh, good little German Shepherd, though." And internally, I was like shitting bricks. And the dog just kept looking at me, growling and barking, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go play frisbee golf. You have a good day, officer. I'm just getting my morning workout in, getting a little bit of cardio. Hope you have a good day. Thank you for your service." And the dog kept trying to come after me, and he was like, "No, leave the young man alone." And I'm like, "Oh, thank God. Get to the first hole." I take my backpack off that had all my fucking, not only married iguanas, but had all of my disc golf shit in it. So I just dropped it, grabbed my disc, slang that bitch, and I just booked it. I was so scared. I was so scared. I
Only
totally
you could do
thought I
that.
was dead or going to jail or getting bit by a dog or all three in one sitting. Oh, I totally was like, I'm going to jail today, or I'm getting bit by a dog, or a plethora of all of those put together.
Only you could do that, Rosa. My dog just agreed on that here.
No.
I said only you could do that, Shrimp. I guess. I'll
Oh
piss him off.
man, there's only been a couple times where I have thought that I was like legitly going to jail. That was one time, and then my first run-in with the popos with the married iguanas. Uh, that I mean that one wasn't even that big of a deal because it wasn't my weed and it wasn't a big deal. Like there wasn't that much anyways, but it was still, illegal. But it wasn't my shit anyways. I didn't buy it. I was just the one smoking it. And we had already finished it, so there was no evidence anyways besides a dime bag laying next to somebody's bag. And an eyewitness saying that they were smoking weed out there throwing a frisbee. And then the only other time, and I wouldn't have went to jail anyways. We were driving home from the fucking Ranger game, and homeboy that was driving, not gonna name names, but it wasn't Tyler, but his name starts with a T and ends with an R. That wasn't Tyler, and you probably don't know him, but let's just say he's related to somebody that we talk to a lot. And yeah, we were kind of a little sloshed, and yeah, he was going to make a right-hand turn, and I told him to go straight, and so he kind of did a herky-jerky, like, which way do I go, right before the turn, and ended up just
Oops.
making the right, and there was a cop behind us that went, whoop, whoop, like, stop being a dumbass kind of move. And, yeah, I was like, oh, we're going to jail. But I was right around the corner from my house, and I wasn't a fucking driver, so I could have just walked home from where we were at. It would have sucked, but I could have done it. Like, I'm sorry. If you're driving through my area, my neck of the woods, I know it better than you do, bitch. You better listen to me.
Exactly.
But the chick that we were with, they used to take care of Tyler's grandma. Uh, she lives, or I think it's her parents' house that she was staying at the time. Uh, is like down the street around the corner kind of thing. And I was like, hey, I know where she's at. She's sloshed. Just listen to me. And she was like, no, don't. Just go, don't go straight. Just hang the right here. And I'm like, no, go straight. And he was just like, I don't know where to go. And then there was a cop behind us. And yeah, we about all shit ourselves. Because we were all pretty lit. Though the driver, I had cut him off.
Wait.
Also, said driver was not 21.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he was still
There goes
20
his
at the
insurance.
time. And I had bought the alcohol. So,
Oh shoot.
yes. Me be in jail skis, or at least getting a pretty hefty ticket and having to walk home. But thankfully that never happened. So, yes, 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 yes. Well, at least we're gonna win this game. But I am 110% out after this game is over. I am fucking exhausted. I can barely keep my eyes open.
You should go to bed for a while.
Yes, yes, yes. 100% will be nappy time. Oh, man, I almost have as much points as this entire team.
Wow.
Yeah, they got 37 points right now, and I got 32. I'm almost beating this team by myself. Oh, and that's game because they took me out of the game. Oh wait, they put me back in. Man, I can barely even see my screen. My eyes are so blurry and fucking half shut.
Yeah, you need to call it a night.
Yes, ma'am. I wish I was drunk.
Oh,
Might have to go shotgun a couple beers. I might actually, well, not stream, but I might just chill and bullshit
okay.
and, you know, indulge
Yeah.
a little bit more. Only true alcoholics understand when you indulge a little bit and then you take a break because you got like shit to do,
Mhm.
and then you go back to drinking. How you can fucking I forget what I was even gonna say. How you can drink, take a break, drink afterwards, and not get drunk. And you end up actually just getting a fucking headache. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to going to do it for today. We got 6 people watching. You guys want to go do a raid?
Hmm.
We haven't done a raid in a while. Let's see if I got any media to do. I don't think so. So let me look. Let's see. Who is streaming currently?
I really.
I don't see anybody streaming.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm seeing a couple people, but me. I was looking for one person in particular. Okay, well then we'll do this person if I can find them again. All right, we have a raid victim.
Nice.
All right, hashtag token rated up. We're going to go raid the homie. He is playing uh Super Smash Brothers. Which is a fun game. I haven't played that in years, but there we go. I will catch you guys in his stream. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Or maybe later tonight, who the fuck knows. But for now, I'm out. Bye bye. Go do the
Bye.
raid. Hashtag token raid that bitch up. Bye.